morning, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while, I know. I haven't stopped baking or cooking or watching my weight. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of a virus before Christmas, which affected my asthma, which meant I literally couldn't talk. If I did talk, I coughed constantly, which wouldn't be good video reviewing, I'm afraid. I have baked loads over the Christmas period, I'm really pleased to say. It wasn't all Slim World friendly. And as you know, I don't go to Slim World anymore. I chose to give it a rest. I'm not sure if I will go back this time. I've now joined the gym, which I've done 2 months of. And in 2 months I did 54 sessions at the gym. So really am loving it. And it has made a massive difference. My weight has dropped, but not massively, but my inches have dropped enormously. So I am really happy. So whereas my old clothes when I was at my lowest used to be tight, once my weight isn't anywhere near it was at my lowest, they fit. And for me, that is much more important than the number on the scales. It's how you feel. So I am literally over the moon. So the food I'm going to cook for you now, I actually cooked before Christmas. But as I said, I literally couldn't do this part of the video because I just couldn't speak. And it's only been in the last week that I've actually, well, probably not even last week, last 3 days, I've actually been able to have a conversation, she says, though she coughs, where I've actually been able to string a few words together without coughing. So I hope you enjoy this. This isn't Slim World friendly. When you're on a sort of a journey to keep your weight stable or to try and lose weight, I find if you deprive yourself of things which are really nice, you are going to eat more rubbish. So I think if you want to have something and enjoy it, do it, but in moderation. So these sausage rolls were amazing, and yes, I did eat them. Have I put weight on over Christmas? Well, of course I have, because we all do, because I've been drinking, I've been eating what I want, but I've only put a couple of pounds on. And it's because I have eaten what I've wanted, but I've thought about it before I've eaten it and thought, well, actually, have I had many treats today? No. Yeah, I can have that item there. And that's how I'm going to continue my journey. And this year especially, you're going to notice that the food I cook is not sin-free. It will be sometimes low sin. It will sometimes have sins in it. But it's all about moderation, but it's also about cooking things that the family can eat as well. So it's not just about you only. So I hope you're going to enjoy this year and the foods that I'm going to create. And I do plan to get as near to target. So I'm not saying that I am not going to be looking to lose weight, because I am. But I'm just going to make sure that what I eat now is more sustainable long term. I won't have sin values because I'm not going to go to Slim World, so I won't have the app to use or the books and things like that. But I'm just going to be sensible, and I think that's what you do every day in life, isn't it? You can't live by a book for the rest of your life. And I will be honest, if my weight starts to go up, I will tell you. Hopefully it won't, because I have no intention of eating or cooking things that are just going to make me balloon. And again, because I can't say more than this. Moderation. Think about what you're eating and the amount you're eating. So here is my recipe for today, and it's sausage rolls, but I hope you enjoy them. Okay, right, so first of all I'm just going to use some garlic fry light into the bottom of my pan just to get some flavour into there. Got some heat underneath there, and then I've got a couple of small chopped onions. And it doesn't matter how you chop these, because this is all going to go into the blender, so, or the food processor rather, so it's not important. The important thing at the moment is to get some caramelisation onto my onions, so that's why I'm going to cook those off. And I'm going to add into there some chorizo, and depending on how much sausage meat you're going to use, I've probably gone sort of, I don't know, 1/8 of everything to the sausage meat, because obviously it's still sausage rolls, I don't want to overpower it with too many flavours. So I'm going to cook this down a little bit. And again, chorizo is quite big because again it's going into the food processor, because, so it doesn't really matter, it doesn't need me to make sure it's really small. And I'm just going to add more garlic to this, so good 2 teaspoons going to go in there. Right, so that's cooked enough for me. So I need to leave that to cool now while I start working on the actual sausage meat itself. Just turn the heat off that, and let's get cracking with the processor. So the first thing I need to do is make some breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs, I know it sounds weird, you don't need much, it's just one crust from a fresh loaf, just to help bind the flavours, because the breadcrumbs will absorb all those flavours I'm putting into this. So I'm just going to pop that in there and just give that a zap. Right, so they're perfect. I just need to set those aside now. I'll just get a little bowl. Oops. Crash bang roll up. Just take those off. Right, perfect. So now I need to turn the rest of the ingredients into a little bit of a mush to make the sausage rolls. So what I'm going to do is add into here some paprika, and I'm going to use spicy. You can use whatever you like. So probably a good couple of teaspoons into there. I've got some chopped bacon. That's gone in. Oops. And then I'm going to add in my bacon and my chorizo and my onions, so they're going to go in as well. Perfect. And then that just needs a good old zap as well. Right, so I've got my sausage meat here from the butcher's. I'm just going to try and squeeze out if I can. It's about ½ a kilo in here, just in case you're wondering sort of on measurements. Not the easiest thing to get out. You can use sausages if you just want to skin them, but obviously if you can get good quality sausage meat from the butcher's, then get it. It's worth it. Oh, let's get all that in there. Perfect, we'll just bin that out of the way. And then I've got my breadcrumbs, so I'm just going to add my breadcrumbs into there. I'm going to use half for now. And then I've got my chorizo mix, which you can see now looks the same consistency as the sausage meat. Just take the perfect. There we go. Just make sure I've got all of that. And then with your hands, just get in there and mix it all together. You want to make sure that chorizo and sausage meat really combine. And obviously the breadcrumbs, you don't want a lump of breadcrumbs in your mixture. It's quite therapeutic actually, just getting your hand in there and just giving it a good old mix. I suppose there's no reason as well why you couldn't have just put the sausage meat and the breadcrumbs into the processor and just zapped it all together as well. That would have really combined it, but yeah, there's nothing more satisfying, is there, than just Getting your hands in there. Perfect. That looks absolutely yummy. And you've got a couple of like big chunks of, I don't know what that is, onion there. Yeah, it's a piece of onion, doesn't matter. All adds to the texture when you're eating it. Alright, perfect. Now I need to go and wash my hands while I get my pastry out as well, and I'll show you the next bit. Get it all off here. Right, just remembered I didn't put any pepper in. So let me just quickly add that. Just give that a quick mix in. I've just washed my hands, I didn't want to wash them again. So I'm just going to mix it in with a spoon. Right, let me set that aside for a second and make some space. I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't made this pastry. It's puff pastry. If you've got time to make puff pastry, well, good on you, but do you know what? I don't. There's more to life than making puff pastry. So I've bought shop bought already, rolled. I'm just going to lay this out. Now, this will make 2 nice batches if I just do that with it in the middle. There we go. And then just get my sausage meat, so I do need to get my hands dirty again. What you basically want to do is just on the edge make a sausage. Trying to make it as even as possible. You can hear whistling in the background, that's my husband whistling, I do apologise. Just try and make it as even as I can. And as near to the edge as you can as well. And then get yourself some clean hands for the next bit. Now if you overstuffed it, it's fine, because as you push it down it should pop out the other end, and that's fine. You can then deal with that side of it. So this is definitely overloaded on this first one. I'd rather too much than someone say to me my sausage rolls were empty. Okay, just give it a roll. Not too much of a roll because I wasn't in on the other one. Let me just start this one here. There we go. Just move this one up a bit onto the paper. Because this obviously already rolled, it does come with a grease-proof paper, which makes life so much easier and cleaner as well. Because I can put this straight onto a baking tray without worrying too much. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to roll it over, make sure it's sealed as much as possible. And this one, I'll just lift it off the paper for a second. A long one. Right, let me see if I can just roll that. I have this cowboy song in my head now going rollin', 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 keep your bodies rollin', roll high. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Right. These aren't Slim World friendly, obviously. So, how big do you want your sausage rolls? How big do you want them? Right, and don't do what I've just done. I've used the same knife as I've used something else, and it's not clean. So I'm going to get a fresh knife. it's fine, it's not dirty, but I've used it to cut up the onions, and it's just nicer to get a cleaner cut if you use a new knife. Right, so I'm just going to cut these into chunks. Right, so I'm going to lay these onto a baking tray now, so let me go and grab that. Right, I don't know if you can see that, so let me just try and get these off the tray here. I'll just put that there. Right. It's Sunday dinner night tonight, so my oven is already filled with my roast beef and roast potato, so I'm going to do these in batches rather than using both shelves. Leave a gap between them because don't forget it's puff pastry, so it is going to expand a little bit. Right, let me pop the first batch in. I'll go in the oven. It's about 180 for about 15 to 20 minutes, so I will show you them when they're out. What do you think? Yeah, they are definitely not sin-free, but like I said, if you just have one of those every couple of days as a treat, it's not going to kill you. Especially if you're doing your exercise and you're making sure everything else that you eat is healthy, you can have those treats, and they were delicious. Can I just say that? They were absolutely delicious, and my husband had them, I had friends who had them, and you just don't need to say, I can't have those sort of things. And the idea of putting that out was that, you know, you could cook things for friends and family at Christmas. Obviously it didn't happen, but there's nothing wrong with having those in your fridge as a snack, as a treat, for picnics going forward, for lunch boxes, for your family who necessarily aren't on a Slimming World or a weight loss journey, you know, just enjoy food. But again, just give them one, don't give them 10. And it is absolutely fine. Like I said, over a month of going out for meals, of having alcohol and things like that, I think I've put £3 on. That's not bad over Christmas, and I can shift that quite quickly. Most people would probably say £3 is nothing over that period. So, and that was eating things like that, but in moderation. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you will stay with me this year. If you haven't subscribed, I'd like you to subscribe, because this isn't about Slimming World anymore. This is about having really nice food healthily and sometimes as a treat, but really enjoying what you eat and feeling like you're not deprived. And as I said, I will be honest with you throughout the year, you know, saying, you know, this isn't, you know, Slimming World friendly, this is for Slimming World friendly, this is what, you know, is in it. This is what I've done, this is what I've eaten, this is what my weight looks like, just so you know that I'm not going to give you lots and lots of food that's going to damage you. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoy this. If you do have any sort of concerns, then just drop them into the chats, and I hope to continue seeing you in 2022. Happy New Year, take care, bye.